I am 29 and a half years old, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Many of you who follow me have followed my experience so far with YouTube. I got on here for fun. I didn't think that I was really going to have a community. I didn't really think that people were going to not really like me, but really talk to me. And I've got to talk to a few people. And I would like to one day have this as a career. That's like a goal of mine, like a side job. I would love to have this because I love doing what I'm doing on here, even though some of my videos may be just all over the place. But when you start off from nowhere, that's what it's going to be. And then podcast on the way, hopefully very soon. But yeah, I'm sitting here in the parking lot. I had an appointment today for donating blood. I donate blood, or plasma. I'm sorry, not blood, plasma in our blood. And once again, my blood pressure was high, so they told me to come back. And I got bills coming up, you know? So I try to help. I try to donate to help with those bills that are coming up. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm not doing. What I'm not doing is trying to keep myself stagnant in a world that wants you stagnant. And what I mean by that is my very first job, I was 17 and I worked on a farm. And before that, I'm not gonna lie, I was very spoiled. So things were like handed to me, maybe things that I didn't personally want, but you know, my adopted parents, they did buy things that I may not have needed. And we lived in big homes. And so I was a very spoiled child. And when I turned 17 and graduated high school, it was off to corporate jobs, off to corporate America jobs. Well, actually, the first job was I was working for a man, an older man who passed away, R.I.P. Richard, and I worked on the farm with him, and I took care of horses. And then I had another job that I worked on the weekdays. During the weekends was when I was working on the farm, and then during the weekdays I was working at Wendy's. That was my very first, I guess, first 9-to-5 corporate America job. And in that moment of my life, I was too focused on trying to make other people like me that I didn't really look at the bigger picture, which was, you know, you're going to be doing this all the way until you're like considered a senior. Maybe not Wendy's, but you know what I mean, like the regular 9-to-5 or whatever. And you know, there's many people who have their experiences with 9-to-5 jobs, and they talk about their experiences. I've talked about my experience on here, and I'm trying to ease my way out of that. I don't want to just stay in that mindset of like having that 9-to-5 and being miserable on what I do. When I turned 28, I'm 29 now, I'll be 30 very soon. Around 28 was when I was like, post on social media. I mean, I have a story out there, which, you know, it's still out there. It's still on my channel if you'd like to go back and check it. It's about my whole abuse story. I have it here online. I wasn't ashamed of sharing with people just in case I could help anyone. I like to help people. And that's what my main goal for my YouTube channel was actually meant to be in the beginning. But then I realized that I have many talents and many hobbies, I guess, and I wanted to share those. So I did makeup and storytelling. And what am I doing? I don't know. I wasn't taught. I was taught growing up. I was taught, get a job when you get out of school, and remain in that job. And if you don't like that job, make sure you have one lined up. So if you have your if you give your 2 weeks notice, make sure you have another job right there, you know, lined up. Which, I mean, you know, they weren't wrong. I mean, that's actually a smarter way to go than to just quit a job and not have anything and not have any type of income coming in. So I mean, they knew what they were talking about in that aspect. And so that's what I was taught. I didn't learn that there were many other different things that we as humans can do to be happy and make income for it. And YouTube wasn't a big thing. It wasn't like huge back in 2014. I think it came out like in 2014 or 2013, I forget which. But it wasn't like a, you know, like a big platform. I used to always get on YouTube, and I watched many of my YouTubers at that time. And now they're doing bigger and better things. And if they hadn't had started, then they probably would still be in this so-called rat race. Oh my gosh, that looks like I got a double chin, which I probably do have a double chin. I'm working on my health. That's what is coming up this year, and I've been actually doing very, very well. But so yeah, I was just sitting here and I'm like, what am I really doing? Like, I would like to write a book one day, don't get me wrong. I love what Jennette McCurdy, I love what she does with like talking about her story, and she has a whole book on it, you know. Like, if you have a story like that and you share it with people, definitely share it, and maybe someone can actually, I guess, relate to you in a way. So wild, because all I've known is having an adopted father who worked his butt off. No matter what he did some really nasty things. But I will say he worked and worked to get what he got. He may not be a good human being, but I will give him his flowers for that. And he had the job. But this was also during times where times wasn't as expensive as they are now to like have a family of 6. There was 6 of us in total. And he could literally just work. My adopted mother was, she was retiring very soon. So they didn't really have her income, maybe like her 401ks. But I mean, is that even really like a big thing anymore nowadays? As a 29, almost 30-year-old man, I can't, if I had kids today, I don't know what I would tell them. Chase your dreams. That would probably be number one. And many people may tell you that chase your dreams, but how can you do that if you didn't have that mindset to grow up with? I mean, I went to college for 6 years at least, and it was from a community college to like a university, and I did all that shenanigan, and I switched majors like 4 times, from like criminal justice to social work, education. I switched so many majors. I was in so much debt. I took so many classes that I never even needed for this next major that I switched over to, and I just kept getting in this stagnant place. So then when I came out and told my story at age 25, at that moment, it's like I didn't care where I was going. I didn't care where I was living. I didn't care if I was going to be on the streets. That's how bad it was. But at the same time, I'm so glad that I made the decision to do that, because then I wouldn't have, I guess some people would say like the freedom, not really financially freedom or stuff like that, you know, but I wouldn't be able to just like breathe. I feel like I can actually breathe. If I wanted to eat at 10 o'clock, like a little snack, I could actually go and get a snack, because I'm telling you, I couldn't really do that when I was a kid or in growing up into adulthood. So kids out there, you know, a lot of kids who grow up on social media, and they're not ashamed of posting whatever, you know. A lot of them get their foot into the door into becoming big businesses, like having their own business, you know, being an entrepreneur. And that is something that I wish we would have had, I guess, when I was younger, because I feel like I was more alive when I was younger also. Some people can probably relate to this. I know they can, you know, like dancing and not really caring about anything and just filming yourself on a laptop. And you know, my sister had a laptop. She was the only one with a piece of technology back then, and I would love to make videos on her little camera, make videos on her laptop. I would love to do stuff like that. But I never knew anything about YouTube, and TikTok wasn't a thing or any of that. So if I had a kid, if I had a child, I would just tell them, go for your dreams. What do you want to do? Who really knows what they want to do at the age 18? Come on now. Come on now. It is rare. It is rare to actually know what you want to do. We're always told while we're younger, what would you like to be when you grow up? What would you like to be when you grow up? I don't know. Living, breathing, my siblings by my side. I mean, 2 out of 3 of those is actually, you know, it's true. I'm living, I'm breathing. I don't have my siblings, but I'm living and breathing. I'm grateful for that. But as I sit and think and just like think to myself that I'm almost 30, and I still don't know what I want to do. I know what I'm like, the things that I'm good at, and like the different hobbies and skills that I'm good at doing. But what do I want to do to make me feel fulfilled in my life? I can't give an answer. I just can't. Anyone out there who you may feel like you are left behind in life, you're not. You're not left behind. You are just still continuing to learn and grow in such a one-way world. One-way world. It's one way. And if you don't do it this way, then you're doing it wrong. You weren't raised right. And you're a failure. You know? That's absurd. You are here. You are alive. You don't have to follow this rat race, as many people talk about. And that's what it is. That's what life, I feel, is. It's a rat race. And it's all a rat race to keep you relying on things, relying on people, relying on things that has your control and nothing else. And I'm sorry, but I've been controlled my whole entire life. But not anymore. I'm not in a place where I would like to be controlled by anything, by anybody. If no one else has told y'all of how proud they are for you to chase your dreams, I'm telling you this now. Chase your dreams for you. Don't chase your dreams for anyone else, because you are here for a reason. You are here to be better, to do better, to help in life with whatever that may be, whatever you are good at, whatever you dream to do, whatever you want to become, you can become it. People are going to come in your life to try to stop that, because they themselves can't get there. They can't get to where you are. So they're going to try to bring you down so that you can't accomplish that. But I believe that you can. And I'm rooting that for you. And I'm rooting that for me. And just thank you. Thank you for everyone who continues to show up and watch my videos, whether it's my shorts, whether it's my long forms, whether it's on other social media platforms. Just thank you. Thank you for hearing me out on days where I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I just want to turn on the camera and say something, or what I'm going to do. Just thank you. And congratulate yourself for what you are doing in your life, because you are slowly growing. I know you are, and you will continue to grow. We are growing, we are learning, we are living, we are loving in life. And if we have those four biggest things and not giving up, it's so easy to give up. It is so easy, and it's so scary once you give up and you've fallen down the deepest trenches of hell, and you are the only one to have to pull yourself back out of that. It could be one of the hardest things ever. And I pray that none of that happens to you all. And if it did, then I pray that you guys are out of that situation. But so yeah, I don't know what I'm doing as a 29-year-old, 29 and a half. My birthday will be in March. So a couple months, I got a couple months and I'll be 30. I will no longer be in my 20s. 20s will be dead. But so continue to be brave, continue to be strong, continue to chase what you've always wanted to do in life and where you want to be. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on y'all. I am going to remain to try to post. I know that, you know, I'm not the best with like being exactly accurate with my posting scheduling. I don't know, but I don't really know if there's really even like a scheduling to like post, but I know that there are still people out there who still watch me, and I'm so grateful for you guys, and I hope that you guys are doing well in life. And if you are new here, then I hope that you will consider, following my journey and go through this unknown life word together. And I hope that it continues to bless you in a way that you never thought it would. But I'm gonna head out of here. I love you guys. I hope one day, if I win, not if, because I know it's going to happen. I get many people telling me that they love my personality, and that's amazing. Like, I mean, that's, thank you. But I hope that one of these days I can just like have like a meet and greet and just meet you guys and share like one-on-one conversations and really get to know people similar to me. Because it's hard for me to find that in my day-to-day life. But anyways, I love you guys. Bye, you guys.